What's going on? Let's do this. Alfred Adult Basic Piano Course. This is level 1, the newest edition, and we are at page 44. Here's our middle C on this keyboard. This is what our hand position should look like. Aren't they nice? They put the note heads, the pitch names in the note heads. So we got there, and then we're sharing it, sharing middle C. Let's just play. 1, 2. We'll talk about that. I added a little retardando under there. All right, so this is very similar to Happy Birthday, which we're going to get to. We have a fermata. The fermata, the real rule is you double the value. So if you have a half note, you hold the fermata for 4 beats. In this case, you can just listen to your sound and then come in. And I also kind of ended it slowly because that's what you do in songs, but you can not worry about that. That's the hardest part. After the fermata, I think some learners, you have the A and then you have the forefinger. So nice harmony. And then you should do the left hand there, Jim. Sorry. All right, so welcome. I'm Jim, and I am getting into a lot of different stuff. And right now, I am on a mission to go through these method books, and I got to address 2 things. One of them, person reached out and said, why would you be doing this method book if you have your own? Well, I'm glad you asked. One, I like looking and discovering different versions of method books. I like seeing how things are engraved, how clear is it for the learner, because I'm going to do a big review after this, okay? Nothing is perfect, just like us when we're learning. That's another reason why I'm doing it. The other reason I am doing this is I don't want to pressure you guys like, here's my method book, do that, because there's enough of that on the internet. I'm here to show you that I cared. I want you to learn. Speaking of caring now, I did get some feedback and I love it. And I do want to say this because it's an advocacy for all YouTubers and educators. YouTube educators, not many of us make money, okay? And that needs to be said because I know some of us aren't happy with my camera setup. I'm doing the best I can. This is free content. Say it with me, free content. I made $4 last week, better than no bucks, but I'm here to help. But you can get a book. This is more for a reference, and you can also, if you're on like an iPad or a mobile, you can pinch zoom. Just hear me out. We teachers do a lot, and we do a lot the kindness of our heart. So be careful when you get super picky. And I'm saying that because I notice a lot of YouTubers and educators won't do that. They just want your email. I want learners who want to learn and stick through the ugly, and then you can celebrate. So we are now going to go to page 45, but I do think my dog Frankie wants to come in, so I'm going to pause. I wonder if I have a long enough chord. Let's see. This could go terribly wrong. Frankie, I'm coming. Come in, Franks? You can. All right, page 45. What's really cool about this Happy Birthday, it's probably the most sung song in the world, but we are learning quarters and eighth notes here. Got a woodblock here, how convenient. So here's my quarter note, then the eighth notes we go, the quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and you repeat it. That's how we practice that, the 1 and 2 and. Don't think faster. A lot of people say that, and you can go with that, but it's really shorter. Because this is why so many learners have a hard time understanding about beat, because they're just thinking you're speeding up. You're not, you're playing a shorter sound. And we have these eighth notes in this song. So I'm going to go through it, and we got our fermatas at the end. We got 2, so I just glanced through everything. We know the notes, and if you've been busy and tired, you can review the notes first. You can just try the one hand if you like, whatever keeps you at the bench. All right, so I'm checking here. We got here, yep. 1, 2. We are going to go to 46. 46 is, how does this sound for clarity for a teacher? Easy but hard. So what I mean by that, if you've been practicing, I believe in you, you can get through the first 8 bars fairly well. And depending on where you're at with your learning, you can throw out the dynamics if you want. But what's tricky is some people, when we're tired, we might think these are separate songs. I've had students come to lessons and wonder about that. Because if you look at the beginning, they title the piece, they talk about some basic stuff, but the fine, they're saying that's here. That's not quite. This whole page is one song. And that's a little, I'm going to go into a big review about this book when I'm all done. And that's a little learning concern here. So you're going to like read all the fine print, people. So if you can get through this and pretty well, that means you're doing a good job. But then it comes down to here, sharps. We haven't really done much sharp work in this book. And that is, I think, for some of us who are new, it's a beginner book. We did some sharp work, I believe, on page 33, and that's a bit ago. And again, if we're busy, you could like forget about that. So that could be tricky. So I would suggest going into this area first. And Jim, calm down. You have your E and then a D sharp. So see what I'm doing there? My middle C. No, I'm not going to play Fa release. All right, so we got to get that going. And then the next measure goes to a D, C natural. All right, so that's a D natural there, E, D, C. Some students think it's another D sharp. So that is something that's a really good review. And that's what you want to get into. The next part that's tricky, thank you if you're still with me. That means you really want to learn. So if you can hit the like button, that'd be awesome. We have a DCL fine, which is da capo, which means Italian, going back to the head or to the beginning. In America, we would say beginning. So we would play this. And then we're done. And it's fine, okay? So here we got 1, 2, 3, and then there's a pickup right there, 4. So to iron out and maximize your playing, you can go ahead and just jam through it. And if you can read the first 8 bars fairly well, like if you're new and you're doing this, and this is your first attempt, that's really good. And you're not looking at your hands, you believe in your hand position, that is good. Yes, it's a little hesitant. That's how we learn. And then you might notice it repeats because that's what music does, it repeats. And if you can see that analytically, that means you're really getting the language down. So the next part, when we have going into here, everybody, from here we have C, and then F chord, I like that, and then that's a pickup. And then we have that, so we have bum, bum. So those are what we call the hot spots, the practice. And these are important tips. So you just don't think you go from beginning to the end, then you go to the next page. Go where it's tricky. And this is why I'm here saying, hello, I can help you. Now I'll be quiet and I'll go through the whole piece. Not too fast, it says. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 4. 2, 3. So we're going to go to page 47 right here. This is a cool piece. I wanted to mention this. I'm whispering because it's like kind of calming at the end there. I don't know why I was doing that, but I wanted to bring this up. A student was playing this and he asked me, am I ready to move on even though one day I'm kind of okay with it and the next day I'm not? That's our human brain working. There's a lot of variables with that. You just got to keep at it. Music is not like a algorithm of perfection. There's a lot going on. And I like to say that because I've been doing this for a few decades now. All right. That's why I probably don't mind doing this because, you know, it's like not a flashy YouTube piano thing, but it's called learning. The gift to be simple. So this tune has tons of arrangements. What we know here, we know the position, more a middle C position. Who doesn't love middle C? We have the staffs intertwining, and that is where things can get a bit tricky if you haven't been working on your note identification. Yes, I'm building a workbook on that, but I don't know. There's only 24 hours in a day. So we are going here. That's right, everybody. We're looking right there. You can zoom in if you want. Yes, this happens a lot in piano. You might want to practice that first or go slow. And then the second time, the fine print, they want to make it musical so you can slow down there. So if I started, let's see, I'm going to sight read this. That should be all right. And then we got here. I'll start here because this is a little issue. All right, so we got, again, just to be clear. Yeah, so I like how I didn't have my hand position ready to go because I'm a little sleepy, but you have 2, 3, 4, and we're moving up the 2 finger there. And that is so important to practice. That took less than, I don't know, I'm not timing myself, less than 20 seconds. That's how you practice. That's how you get hands playing together at the same time. These small little micro movements, all right? So I will go through this, and it is moderately slow and expressive. It's a beautiful piece. Here we go. 2, 3. That's going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky, and this is worth your time to practice this and go through the hand changes. So you can slow down the video. That will be important. A lot of educators would say maybe just do one hand at a time, but just don't think about one hand. Think ahead, like how the hand is moving. Now, I hate to be that guy, but teaching does require a little hard love. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? Give me a thumbs down? Okay. But I mean, or maybe communicate. That's even better. Where the hard love is, if you're like G, C, C, D, stop, we're going back because you've skipped some steps. And believe me, I'm an average learner at best, so if I can do this, you can. You got to go back and review. It's all right, we all have our moments. So I might truck forward a little bit because I'm kind of excited. We're halfway through. Yeah, 48 and 49, I'm going to explain this kind of quick, so hopefully it'll be okay. We have dotted notes. Dotted notes, you can word it a lot of different ways. So here, a dot increases the length of a note by 1/2 its value. That is totally fine, that works. You can think 50% of the original value. In beginning land, we like to do a lot of dotted half notes, so it gets 3 counts in 3/4 time. Just remember, when you see a dotted note to the side of it, don't flip out, it's longer. This is worth everything. This rhythm is played a gazillion times. This is a little confusing, I think. They show the tie, how it's connected. If you're good at understanding ties, because we haven't done much tie work either, all right? I'm not like the method curriculum police, but I like this stuff. But they're just showing you how you can visualize it here, there, which is good because everyone's a little different. So here we got 1, 2, and 1. All right, so we got 1, 2, and. Here they're showing you the tie, and this is like a heartbeat. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. So the snapping is my fancy rhythm. That when you work on that, do it slowly and do a little bit at a time. And if you want to get a gold star, you should be able to count it and clap it. So if you were in a private lesson with me, like page 49, you could clap it. Oh, it actually says it. Yeah, let's go. You can clap where it says count and clap and tap the notes. So it'd be like 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. And it shows you that it's Silent Night, which they're doing that, which is brilliant. So you have an idea how it goes, so you can kind of make the connection. And then they say play and sing the words. So I'll just do the C position. So it's 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can refer that song to learn these rhythms. All right, so now we have both thumbs on middle C again, and you might know this one. Playing this in February is always interesting. You got 2, 4. My son's singing with me. Well, I test you. You might say, I know how to do this. Try it at different tempos. Try it in different octaves. See how well you can play it. And then we have middle C position all the way down here. Can you see it? Another pick up to 4, and they've done that. Very good to be redundant. The middle C position we are ironing out today. Okay, another song that we can relate this rhythm to. Yes, that's awesome. And then the last one, 2, 4, and 2. Another thing we can do with this, these are different intervals, which I'll get into next time. But remember, guys, we all start at the same place. We all do. So give yourself some time, play, play, play. If you do say to me in the comments, I can't do this, I can't do that, maybe tell us how you're practicing. That helps out. So next time will be page 50. And I think, I'm about to cough, by the way, that's why I'm kind of out of it. I've been very busy, and that's a teacher occupational hazard. We can get germs and sick a lot. Yeah, we're like almost halfway. This is amazing. You guys should be, I'll buy you a piano. It'll just be like a toy figurine. All right, take care, everybody. Keep playing. Keep positive, keep enjoying music. Bye-bye. And I'm gonna cough.